Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheer and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, Top Shine Detailing. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, the top story is obviously they have beginning releasing the names of those on the Epstein List. Not a ton of surprises. However, I think one of the funniest ones was David Copperfield, the magic guy. Apparently, you always thought he was kind of a creepy guy. And of course, Wexner, one of his financial benefactors, who, guess what, claimed he didn't know anything about it, blah, blah, blah. The big learner guy, the richest man in Ohio. So anyway, the names are coming out. Now, one of the funny names that's not unexpected is Bill Clinton. These all come from a deposition. A deposition testimony, Epstein said Bill Clinton liked young girls. Does that shock you? Hell no. I am Bulldog. I was hoping this wouldn't come out. My political career was already over. Now it's really over. It's unbelievable. The other one that was on the list, Al Gore. He's a creepy dude, too. Remember, stomach massage guy from Massage Therapist? I tell you right now, folks, there is an element of our society that is just messed up creepy. All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and I'm going to talk about this for a little brief moment. She went after everybody on the stock sales. Well, it ends up that her son's account made all this money on stocks. Well, didn't we blast the husband of good old Nancy Pelosi for his stock trading? I don't know about you, but I just get so tired of it. I get so tired of Marjorie Greene Taylor. I get so tired of all the drama. I get so tired of all the hypocrisy. I mean, it's so messed up right now. Tucker Carlson is fighting with Charlie Kirk. What? And what it is this political commentary, celebrity crap where you people are celebrity for celebrity's sakes instead of real accomplishment and substance. Marjorie Greene Taylor has not accomplished squat in her life besides getting elected to Congress, which really, is that a big accomplishment when you consider who else has gotten elected? Bobart, And by the way, both sides have these folks. AOC, Tlaib. I mean, it's like we'd be better off without all of them, in my opinion. All right, Capitol lockdowns all across the country, kind of a unified threat to Secretary of State's office across the state, including Kentucky. Joe came back from St. Croix with a sunburn. That's a sunburn. Hey, you want to put on some ointment there? He'll have skin cancer really quick. Republicans went down the border. I think there was like 60 of them. Go down the border. Does anybody have to go to the border to know what the hell's going on? I get sick of this staged crap, too. What have you done about it? Nothing. Have you impeached Joe Biden for what's gone on the border? Hell no. Kiss my ass, Mike Johnson. Terrorism in Iran. This is wild. About 100 bad guys got blown up by a terrorist. GOP leadership in the House is all for Trump. He's got them all. TGI Fridays has shut down some stores, sold some others. The CEO, it's getting bad out there. People keep increasing their prices, too. Biden volunteers are apparently quitting in droves. No shocker there. Ozempic is being investigated by the FDA for causing hair loss and some other things. Camp Lejeune payments. Remember this? All these advertisements, lawyers want them. Where there's like 400,000 or 140,000 claims outstanding, and they've only paid out like 1.5 million. Government in action. Try being a Durrani victim. Menendez, not only did he take money, gold, everything else, he apparently took some watches. He's going to get indicted again. What a creepo. And Representative Jeff Duncan wants to gag his wife for talking about it. You know what, Jeff? You play around with a lobbyist, you get a divorce. First Amendment, buddy. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheer and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News, sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga, Top Shine Detailing, and check us out on all of our platforms. Well, they busted some folks, 5 pounds of meth. Eric Rice and Radita Woodward, 5 pounds of meth. Man, you know what? Our society is broken. Also, 3 were arrested for drug trafficking. Gerald Young, Julius Cole, Ernest Bryson III. Late yesterday, I tell you, folks, it just goes on and on and on. When you think about meth, fentanyl, I mean, just all of it. All right. In local news, a transformer blew up over at the Florence Mall and caused a fire at Florence Mall. Everything is okay. No big damage. And in Kentucky news, the Kentucky legislature started their work yesterday in earnest. Lots of bills. Let me tell you what we're probably going to do. We're probably not going to report anything till a bill's done. Done deal. But we'll see how it goes. Speaking of new laws, yesterday, electric cars, if you got an electric car, you got to pay more in extra fees. I say bullshit. All right, Daniel Cameron was announced is now the CEO of a anti-woke organization called the 1792 Exchange. It keeps him involved in politics without having an elective office. The Attorney General, Russell Coleman, says the corrections departments are not releasing records as fast as they should. Will be interesting. In Ohio news, there is a gentleman, and it's near where there's a welcome sign to Harrison, Ohio, who is flying a Confederate flag. And everybody goes bonkers. Well, guess what? It's his constitutional right to fly the Confederate flag. Everybody's gone bonkers and reporting it in the local news, reporting on it. All it does is draw attention to it. And this is what happens now these days. All of the stuff that goes on. Why can't people just let certain things just be? We'd be better off. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello, you're watching Eric Deters World News. This is Jamie Spindley. The latest headlines. In a landmark development, Ukraine and Russia executed the largest prisoner swap of the war, resulting in the release of 230 Ukrainian captives, including armed forces and border guards. In return, Ukraine released 248 Russians in a deal, assisted by the United Arab Emirates. Tragedy struck in Iran as 2 bombs exploded near the tomb of General Qasem Soleimani, claimed at least 95 lives. On the 4th anniversary of his U.S. assassination, the blast occurred during a procession near the Sahab al-Zaman Mosque in Kerman, leaving many wounded. In England, thousands of junior doctors initiated a historic 6-day strike, marking the longest in 75-year history of the National Health Service. The strike, fueled by prolonged pay dispute with the UK government, began due to the breakdown of talks following an inadequate pay rise of 8 to 10%. And a remarkable sea rescue unfolded off the coast of New Zealand, where a man using the reflection from his watch signaled for help after spending nearly 24 hours in the sea. The solo fisherman fell overboard from his boat, managing to foil the attention of curious sharks, and was eventually rescued. That's the latest headlines from the team and I. Cheerio.
Ladies and gentlemen, American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries, sponsored by Top Shine Detailing. Let's get right with it. Well, the Bengals are going to play the Browns at Paul Brown Stadium. It'll be interesting to see how many people show up. The game is completely meaningless, although I was pretty impressed the Cardinals beat the Eagles last week in a meaningless game for the Cardinals. It is meaningful for the Browns. The Browns are headed to the playoffs. The Bengals are not. Lamar Jackson will not play in their final game against Pittsburgh because they've clinched home field advantage. You can't make this up. The 49ers and the Ravens are clearly the 2 best teams in the league. Guess what? They can not play anybody they don't want to play this last week. Then they have a bye. Then they play the worst seeded team that's left. I mean, you wonder why every game counts and you should get the number 1 seed? That's why. All right, Mahomes' brother is off the hook. Jackson Mahomes, all felonies have been dropped against him. Good for him. You ready for this? Brock Purdy and the 49ers have 9 players. 9 players. The most going to the Pro Bowl. The Bengals, they got 2. Chase and Hendrickson, well-deserved. 7 Cowboys are making it. The cast of characters include, you ready for this? Both their kicker, who hasn't missed a field goal, and their punter. You know what? That could be big in playoffs. Xavier loses to Villanova. Tough loss. They lost by 1 point. All right, Portnoy. David Portnoy, the pizza guy. Big Michigan fan won $1.5 million on his New Year's bet. He's lucky they ran that last play of the game that was up the middle that didn't get blocked. Bearcats are going to play BYU in their first Big 12 basketball game on Saturday. University of Kentucky starts SEC play on Saturday against Florida. Bama portals, you can't make this up. The center that couldn't hike the ball entered the portal. You know why? I guarantee you the offensive coordinator, Nick Saban, and Milrose said, get the hell out of here. Tyreek Hill's house caught on fire. Everybody's okay, but the old mansion's burnt up. All right, SEC dominated the bowl games, folks. Dominated. It was unbelievable. And, you know, Bama came up a little bit short in the big Rose Bowl, but Tennessee won, Georgia won, Auburn didn't win. But, man, they just the best conference. It's not even close. And everybody keeps saying, Josh Wentz, is Nick Saban going to retire? Nick Saban, you know why they say that? To try and hurt his recruiting. Right. Nick Saban's going to die coaching football. And the new Northern Kentucky Sports Hall of Fame is inducting 8 new folks. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American Jerry and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Pop Culture, sponsored by Top Shine Detailing. Well, Megan, she apparently has been fired from the William Morris Endeavor talent agency, the top agency. She's no longer on their website. That's a good sign. They probably don't want to humiliate her any more than she's already been humiliated. There's a new report out that she really wanted to be queen. You got to whack a whole hell of a lot of people, Megan, for that to freaking happen. This woman is nutso. And everybody now knows she's nutso. She can't even hide it anymore. She's so pathetic. She just keeps crashing and burning. Oh, Megan, fired. All right, Kelly Clarkson, big news. She no longer has to pay $132,000 a month to the ex-husband. Furthermore, she says that her ex-husband said she wasn't sexy enough for The Voice. And last but not least, she's announced that she lost her weight by diet and exercising, but she's a Texas girl and ate meat. I like Kelly Clarkson. She's a good gal. But every time I hear a report about Kelly Clarkson, Josh Wentz, I think about the 40-year-old virgin when they ripped off that chest hair, and he said, Kelly Clarkson! You go, Kelly. You're sexy enough for The Voice. Not only that, she won a lot. Sad story to report. Angus Mitchell, the 53-year-old son of Paul Mitchell, the hair products guy, died, was it New Year's Eve? Something like that. Yeah, New Year's Eve's Day. Drowned in their own darn pool. This always happens. I always think, how the hell does that happen? But it's a sad story. Sorry for the Mitchell family. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great one.